How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. It's good to be here. I'm happy I brought the shades because it's pretty bright. But
We originally intended for this to be a panel of artists, and there's now two of us. I'm not even an artist, so that's not going to be helpful. However, I'm curious. Well, I can't even see anyone.
you can interview me.
Yeah, no, I'm down to do that. But I'm also curious, how many, maybe we can just see real quick, like, how many people are actual artists? Okay, there's actually like 10 artists. Wow. And the rest, what are you doing here? No, I'm just kidding. Should we introduce ourselves real quick and then we can like go from there?
Yeah, totally.
You want to go?
Yeah, I mean, since you insist. Yeah, NFT hype man. It's interesting to always know how to describe yourself in the NFT space. Like it's almost like a new life, right? It's like this is like how much do I want to go into my past life as to what I've done, but briefly run a Jersey Club label YouTube channel, which like focuses on Black electronic music that like is super viral from like the state of New Jersey specifically. So that's pretty much was my main like success in life, I could say. The only thing that like people know me for is Arghtee. I have like a fame kind of like in New Jersey, like people know me. Like it's very cool. Like I walk into parties and Arghtee. So
In New Jersey?
In New Jersey, yeah.
Not New Jersey State.
In the state.
In the state of New Jersey. That's where you're popular.
Yeah, I'm popular. Yeah.
That's like quite a niche demographic, and like why the whole state? So the state of New Jersey is familiar with your content.
Yeah, with my like very much.
Wait.
So they know my logo, like, and I have a green that I own like a club jersey. Like,
Do you live in New Jersey?
No, no.
Are you being serious? Like
Yeah.
legitimately?
I mean, it's where I always visit when I come to America. But like like when I started the label, I'd never even been to America.
Okay, but hold on. Like, walk me through that. Like, how does the state of New Jersey, and who within New Jersey? Is it electronic music people?
Yeah, it's like again, it's a very black genre. It's just like what's in the clubs. It's like booty bounce shaking. It's like a crazy like TikTok dance, like Vine. Like I've gone viral. Like the songs have gone viral so many times, a million times. Like
Your songs.
well, like so basically, I make songs, but also I've had a few go viral, and then I've also like have a label, so I help like have a platform to try like push other people like to help.
But if you went viral, I'm assuming you went viral outside of the state of New Jersey.
No, like predominantly in New Jersey.
What the hell? This is like so unbelievable to me that that's even feasible.
Yeah.
Like that I went viral, but in New Jersey. So like if you go around New Jersey, do they know you, like your face, like that you walk around?
They like they know my name. If someone says that's Arghtee, that oh my God, Arghtee, it's like you're my hero. Like it's been an honor to meet you. I was just so it's such a blessing. Like honestly, I've been blessed in life just to like be like part of this like really cool.
That is incredible. Man, it's phenomenal to meet a New Jersey celebrity because I've never met that in my life. That is the first and one of a kind.
Yeah, you should have seen me in the club yesterday. I was getting the whole dance on. Like,
And when you do that, do you go to the New Jersey clubs or like?
I'm always in the New Jersey clubs. I was with the City Girls on Saturday. That shit was. I got like crazy footage of like booty bounce shaking in the camera. It's gonna be a very nice explicit video. Like.
Okay.
Yeah. For what I made a song on Sunday as well. Instead of going out for Halloween in New Jersey, like some producers pull up to the crib. We just made some songs.
So, I was going to introduce myself, but you've left so many open loops here that I'm like super curious about. Like, where does this overlap with NFTs? Like, where did that actually?
So this is the question, right? It's like what you was working on. Like, how does this relate to like what you're going to do now? So I guess for me, music NFTs are like probably going to be the next big thing in NFTs. I feel like the generative stuff, I'm not sure how much more of it, at least like the certain chains can tolerate. I don't know if like ETH is going to have like another crazy generative run, but like Tezos is about to start booming, which is why I'm doing the trippy trees, but also that's like, we can talk about that later, I guess.
So you're enthusiastic about music NFTs,
Yes.
and then in turn, you're just living the life as a New Jersey celebrity.
Yeah. I mean, I don't live the life, but like I'm trying to like COVID and there's restrictions and stuff. But it's nice to go and like just like be able to work on music and again, just to be like have fun.
Awesome. So you mind if I introduce myself real quick? But I want to ask more questions.
I'll interview you. You know.
Okay.
I'll ask you pressing questions.
Sweet. we're big enough personalities to pick up 3 chairs each. So that's how we're going to roll. So I'm Nifty Nick. Nick O'Neill is my real name. And I live in New York City. And if you want my address, I'm happy to give that to you as well. I'm just publicly available in terms of I've never hidden my identity. But I run I started with a podcast and NFTs. My background is I used to run a publishing business, and I caught onto the trend called Facebook. And so I had a publishing business around that. But I saw that happening again earlier this year. I started interviewing people in the NFT space. I have a podcast called The Nifty Nick Show. And then I also have a site, a data analytics tool that I built called thenifty.com, where I track data of all NFT sales. Right now that's focused on Ethereum, but it's going to be multi-chain. And you can see what's trending. And then every morning and every evening, I have 2 co-hosts, Pio and Sophisticated Art Speculator. We decided to go lowbrow with our content. And we basically talk about NFT trading. So I'll live on stage lose a couple ETH, and then
that's crazy.
And sometimes we end up making it back. So I'm quickly running out of money. So I'm looking for sponsors if anyone's interested. So I got in early, and I started interviewing a bunch of people in the space, and that's what I've learned from the panel idea originally stemmed from. I've been interviewing a lot of the artists, and their lives were just being forever changed, essentially. They're now making more money than they've ever made before. Not all of them, mind you. So we can definitely talk about some of the lessons learned from that. But in the interim, we just have, I also have like a show where we just wax philosophical about the state of the NFT space, essentially.
Yeah, so I guess you play in that role, and check out the data stuff that you
the nifty.com.
Yeah, the nifty.
Or if you, I'm assuming you use Twitter, or is it on? No, it's not on there. I'm all Nick, ALLNICK. What's your Twitter?
NFT Hype Man on all platforms.
Bam! This was a good panel. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. No, but yeah, like I would just say, like how have you what's your thoughts been on the space, like as more artists enter the space and the ecosystem grows, are there pitfalls, or what should artists look out for, I guess?
It's so tough, I think, for people to get their name out there. My focus was this is going to become the hardest thing, is to build awareness around yourself. And I usually see something at the second wave. Like NFTs have been around for a couple of years, but I usually catch it right at the beginning of the second wave and then just ride that to unfathomable wealth. And so I just say that sarcastically, but in terms of that second wave, what we'll see is a flood of people coming in. I've spoken with a lot of artists, and it really is hit or miss if they're able to actually successfully sell their art. And what it turns out is that you need to either develop the reach yourself of people within this specific ecosystem of people who are NFT collectors, or you're kind of shit out of luck, is what I've seen. That said, you can make a couple $1,000s here and there off of off of your NFTs because you're just independently talented. But in general, I see that a lot of people struggle with getting awareness of their NFTs out and getting people to actually end up collecting it. So pitfalls, the biggest pitfall is that people don't put in the work to actually build the relationships in the audience. And if you don't put in that, in the traditional art world, you see galleries are the middlemen that essentially are saying, hey, I'm going to end up selling this piece for you, or record labels are going to distribute your music for you. In the NFT space, for the most part, no one's going to do that for you outside of influencers. No one's truly operating as the middleman. So you have to end up both being an artist and a marketer / salesperson. The best example of that, I think, is Justin Aversano, who I'd had on my podcast early on, and he ended up. I remember him selling it. He asked me, he's like, hey man, you want to collect my piece for 0.5 ETH? And that was ETH was at $4,000 at that point. I was like, excuse me? I was like, I do not collect art. And those are now 100 ETH each in order to get one of those. But he is a unique, one-of-a-kind person that was able to run both of those things. and he's demonstrable of what the potential is if you are able to learn some of those different marketing and sales skills.
So I think as there's so many opportunities right now in the NFT space, kind of what you said right now is that like you're going to miss opportunities sometime. And I just kind of like want to talk about this a little bit because I've personally been really struggling because I've missed huge opportunities.
FOMO?
But it's not even FOMO. It's like the opportunity was right there in my face, like slapping me in the face. And I was just like he was like, hey, do you want to change your life? And I was like, no, thanks.
What was the worst one?
Yesterday, I was with Jimmy Buffett. He dropped...
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett, yeah, the Margaritaville guy. And is that his name? I don't know who this... I've just learned about him yesterday, but he like I did an interview with him for an NFT Hype Man YouTube channel, but
so you didn't know who he was before you put the camera in his face?
No, we were doing an interview in Margaritaville and he just walks by.
Okay.
And we were doing like a group interview.
Jimmy, you were at Margaritaville in Times Square, is that where it is?
Yeah.
And he literally just walks by.
Yeah, he just walks by.
What?
And he just joined in combo with us and we've got like crazy pictures up on, he put us in his Instagram story, everything. But as I was interviewing him, he dropped his sunglasses. And so then I get offered him mine. Yeah. And he put them on. And I swear down in that moment, I could have been like, give me yours and you can take mine. And like for sure, I could have left with Jimmy Buffett sunglasses, like for sure. And that would have changed my life because I would have done Jimmy Buffett generative collection of like 10,000 sunglasses, like based on the value of this $1 million sunglasses, I would have valued.
So it wasn't like a CryptoPunk that you didn't buy. Instead, it was like Jimmy Buffett. Yeah. You didn't like turn that into a 10,000 generative.
I'll turn
art.
it into a security specifically to piss off the FCC. No, I'm joking. Please don't deport me. Okay. I'm joking. That was a joke. Please.
But is there another one that like you genuinely were like shit? Like, oh man,
the Bored Apes, like they told me, like I saw them make their collective. They told me to buy it, and I was just like, I'm not spending $100 on gas because I'm a Tezos guy as well. So I was like, I'm not gonna. Like gas fees are off-putting to me because $100 for me to throw $100 into the air just like that for nothing, like it's insanity. Like that's not like I think a lot of normal human beings will not be able to get over that.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it is. Anyways, like, as I think as well, people thinking that ETH 2 is going to be the solution. Just all I'm saying is be careful because we're like in a technological space that, like, we are the beta testers, we are the alpha testers, we're like the guinea pigs. So like, the technology is so young that like for you to make bets right now on which technology is going to win is ludicrous. You know, like you just nobody knows what blockchain is going to win, what like solution's going to win. Like there's an array of like decentralized. There's like an array of like multiple factors. Like so, just have fun for the time being and just try be everywhere and like don't spread your eggs. You know, don't put them in one basket.
You want to know my worst losses?
Yeah, of course I do. Count them up.
So, well, the first one I just said was Justin Aversano, who was like. He just sold at Christie's.
That's crazy.
So I messed that up. Clear Silver came on before that, and she's now actually gotten a lot of traction. A good indicator was that she just crushed Twitter. Like she knew how to play that game, basically. And then there was, Fidenzas. I was like looking at it, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to mint this. Like, no, I'm good. And then there were There's been a bunch others that it's a continuous thing. I'm like really active in it though, although recently the past week or two I've just like stopped for the most part, simply because watching that much money disappear is not like a fun thing. It's fun for the audience though. So when you're like, shit, I just lost, whatever, thousands of dollars. It's fun. That's only sustainable for a short period of time. Yeah. But yeah, so when did you get into NFTs? Like, because you're talking about Tezos, like they just started with that this year, no? Maybe last year.
Tezos has been around.
Tezos has been around, but like
the NFTs, the NFT marketplaces really started taking off like maybe in March. Like Hic et Nunc came around in March, and I really like. I mean, I was on Hic et Nunc right from the beginning, and yeah, I kind of started the wave on Clubhouse of people because when I started the first rooms on Clubhouse for Tezos, and like ETH people would like. I had enough respect that people wouldn't like necessarily diss me, but like the Tezos in general as well, and like just like people that were maxi. I was just like, hey, I'm just testing everything out. Like I was on BitClout, you know, so like I'm a complete degen. Like I tell people, you do not listen to me. Like I shouldn't be your like. I can only give you stuff from experience, but not from like advice. I can go make the mistake for you and kind of like relay back to you what I think, but.
That's literally the thesis of our show. We're like, yo, like, do not follow us into this. Unfortunately, for the first couple of weeks, we were actively just like, okay, I'm minting like live on show and buying some real hot garbage. Like it was just like bad NFTs. But yeah, it's not.
And they should probably mooned.
Well, no, they all went literally. They did the opposite of moon.
Oh, really?
They literally went just to the.
There's that. I've seen a lot of crazy ones like Ether Crack Rock, like. Go like
Ether Crack Rock?
Yeah, that's like.
You mean Ether Rocks?
No. There's Ether Rocks, and now there's an
Ether Crack Rocks.
Yes, and the floor price is like 1 ETH or 2 ETH, but at one point it was crazy. Then like, I don't know. It's an obvious like kind of like. It was a pump and dump when the market was pumping like crazy. Like it was insanity.
Keep your eyes out for Ether Crack Rocks.
I think their collection's about to pump.
Are you interested in being an artist in the NFT space? Crack Rocks. That's the best strategy here. I will say though. So okay, I'm curious. So you said that you're an artist as well. What sort of art are you actually creating? Because I want to loop this back to the Crack Rock stuff in a second. But I'm curious, what sort of art are you actively creating?
Yeah, I think I had a team prepare stuff for me, and I've like not covered the points of the project that I'm working on, which I think is pretty cool. And I would like at least to kind of make the point about why I'm doing the project, which is I think in this space a lot of times we can just do things and not think why. And I think in general we need to like I don't know, like don't get me wrong, I love the NFT.NYC. Like it's been great to meet everyone, but there's definitely a lot of work still to do in this space. It's not like all like rainbows and sunshines. There's definitely like, you know, we need more diversity, like period. You know, like obviously like female artists, like female empowerment, etc. You know, definitely vibing with that. But just in general, I think like projects being for good causes is a great thing. A cause I'm doing is the Trippy Trees. Because I like to smoke, but it's actually nothing to do with smoking because the art is just super trippy, and 50% of the proceeds are going to go to tree foundations, trying to like we got
plant more trees.
Yeah, plant more trees, and we want to like maybe there's other things we've like created like a tree community. It's like an experiment. Like y'all welcome to join us. Like we invite everyone. But it's just about to have like positive conversations about environment and figure out how like because the planet is dying, y'all, and it's like it's just sad to see like it's just what we've done, you know.
So when you created that, so did you design this actual art?
So this is an artist I've been working with since the beginning of me being in the NFT space. Is Stephen Hutchins. So like the first project we did together was he did design the Hype Man, which is like me on a rocket going to the moon, and then we did a generative project. Like it was kind of a generative, but like it was like just bronze, silver, and gold. Like we just did 3 different ones, but there was like the same one, but like different tiers. But basically, we raised money to give out a fund. So if anyone wants to go mint on Tezos, you can go to hypeman.pizza and get some free Tezos. You fill out a form and I send you the Tezos and you can go mint for free. Because I think as well, when I entered the space, people were helping me to like there's ETH grants and stuff to like be able to mint. So I just want to like keep paying back, like help onboarding. Like if you, I was.
How much money are you giving out at that URL exactly?
Not much, because again, like one Tez is like $6-7. But again, we raised enough money like through the first like drop. Like we raised like 200-300 Tez. So like if it's like half a Tez, we've done like 500 artists, and so we're just like we're just trying to keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's hypeman.pizza.
Pizza, yeah.
I didn't even know .pizza is like a.
Yeah, I've got hypeman.pizza and hypeman.space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, that sounds awesome. And have you sold out this project yet, or what's the deal?
This project is dropping on the 11th of November, and we decided to do Tezos because I have a presence there. And again, like ETH is kind of maxed out with generative projects. Solana's seems like it's getting a bit boring, but Tezos is just starting to moon. It's 11 Tez. It's like a clean NFT platform. On the 11th of November, there'll be 11,111. And yeah, there's a Discord, there's all of those things, and we're gonna have like a token. There's gonna be crazy tokenomics. It's just a fun experiment. And we know there's gonna be people there's gonna be bad actors and good actors in the space and in what we're doing. But as well, I think people are doing super serious projects right now, especially with the metaverses in the games and stuff. You're like investing early, but again, let's be realistic. Don't put in money that you can't afford to lose into buying into these projects, please.
Yeah, I completely agree. We discussed that on our show. We're like, do not follow us into stuff, and then we actually see people follow us into stuff, and it's unfortunate because literally we're like minting. Yours has cool art. We end up getting things like a Lonely Frog Lambo Club. Really thought that one was going to moon. We just throw money away on it. We have 1 minute left though. So, is there if there's some hot tip for artists? What's your 30-second pitch? Do you just innovate, be relentless, within reason, and consistent. Try go and push the boundaries and go beyond where anyone has gone before artistically. Don't let people put you into a box. To the moon, to the stars, and beyond. And just have fun. We get to decide how this space goes, and so we need to build it with our values, and we need to have more discussions about what those values are and who are we. And what are we trying to achieve? And we also need to pay respects to those that have built the blockchain and stuff and put in work and read the Bitcoin white paper, please. That's the one thing anyone entering this space should do is read the foundation and the ethos of the space. That was 55 seconds. So I'm gonna go with just follow me on Twitter, AllNick, ALLNICK. Peace out.